Thank you for your coming. And well, this is our fourth year of the cooperation, and I am very happy because I've heard that the practice, the internship for the Dutch students is getting tougher and tougher thanks to mentors at the companies, because it's really, getting a little bit like at higher level, talking about business proficiency, competencies and skills you are learning. I really believe that you you are having a great time in Rožňava. I know that the comparison between Netherlands and Slovakia and Almere and Rožňava, it's impossible to compare, but still I believe that you enjoy the time and that you learn something at least. Probably you too, because you are here for the second time. So I hope that really you will keep nice memories. Well, Erasmus is a program of European Union, and I am glad that we still can be a part of it and to work out some mobility programs based on exchanging the students, not just for playing, but really for learning something important for your future. So, thank you for your time, for coming, and I would give my word to my colleague from the ROC Flevoland in Almere.
I can only affirm the statement you did. Also, we are very happy and very confident with the cooperation. And during the 4 years we get each other, we get along with each other as colleagues. It's a very nice feeling. And also, we are still supporting each other in getting better and better. To improve the purpose we all have, and that is to make the learning circumstances for our students much better. And learning circumstances as a work placement cannot be without the cooperation of the learning companies for their assessments. And I think also you very keen for your willingness to give our students the chances to professionalize themselves for their profession later. Thank you very much.
Alright, first of all, I want to thank you all for coming here. We really hope you had a lovely time in the Netherlands. I hope you had as much fun in the Netherlands as we had here in Rožňava, because we are having a great time here. My name is Charlie, it's there, and we were actually internships at the CMF metalworking company. I don't know whether you've heard of it before, or perhaps you don't, could be. But yeah, well, let's start the introduction of the company. Right, CMF is mostly actually producing metal work, but on demand. So they don't really have a specific product they're selling. Actually, what they're selling is more like something like a service. So if you need something from, well, carbon metal, carbon steel, aluminum, or even stainless steel, they can literally provide that service for you. They can create any product you want, and that's something really special because you don't see that often. Most of the companies, of course, they have their own products, but here they're actually creating something on demand. So that's something really special. Well, they have around, well, let's say 80 employees right now, and they only have 4,200 square meters of room. So they actually use every square meter, literally for the production, to make it as efficient as possible and to actually get the best outcome for the product.
If they could make it, they first of all they cut steel from cut steel, and then they weld the products, and then if that's done, the painting is done, and then
you get the final product. They are creating everything themselves, from the raw sheet metal, entirely from the bending and the welding, and entirely till the final product, and then delivering it at the customers. So you want something and they'll get you something, whatever it is. Well, the strengths and weaknesses of the company, it's actually one of the best strengths is, well, quite simple, everything on demand. They can create everything, whatever you like it. That's something really special. But on the other hand, one of the weaknesses inside of these strengths is that it's mostly done with manual labor. Because they want quality, of course, they need precision. And sometimes some technology can't make the right cut to get to that product. But unfortunately, that's really time consuming. And that's something that perhaps with the right technology could be done a little bit faster. But of course, it's really hard because they're actually making things on demand. They don't have their own product. Well, something else, another strength is the different materials they use. It's not like they've got one material, you know, they can only build something like from black metal, from dark metal, but also from stainless steel. So the client reach it's huge. They can make things from aluminum to stainless steel to carbon steel, like everything you can imagine they will create. And actually, one of the last weaknesses is the little free space to expand. Because actually, the surface of the company, it's not that big. So if you want something new, you really have to try to fit it in the company itself. And it's, of course, really tough when you don't have the space to expand. So they have to check that out if they want to upgrade it any further, of course.
Yeah. Right, let's see. CMF started as a welding company, and later they
No problem.
Yeah, the success lies at the ability to change at the market. They started as a company with only specialized in welding products. CMF evolved from a simple welding company to a company that now delivers entire products of any type of industry, which is a huge step and a massive improvement. They saw an opportunity and took this, brought them to a stable position in the market, with more than 10 different clients in 4 different industries, from creation, the food industry, the railroad industry, and even forklift and automobile parts. This is a good example for one of their biggest strengths, diversity. Being able to create different things.
Let's see, it's still working. Yes. We are really happy that they gave us a really good look at the company. They were really honest to us, so we could actually create a good project, and we could really see the strengths and weaknesses of the company and make a good evaluation. And we were even able to give a slight feedback. We were really happy that we were allowed to do that, of course. One of the most important things we saw is that they're working with extreme precision. And that's something you don't see every day, especially from the manual labor in combination with the small room they have available. It's something they're doing really, really smart. So that's something to praise. Yeah, well, you can see it, it's really smart handling of the free space available. But also the organization runs very smooth. If there's a new project coming somewhere or somebody wants a product, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to get together, they're going to go for a meeting. They're actually talking about whether it's even possible to create the product for that price. So everybody got a say in whether they can or they can't create the product. And that's of course something really special, because you don't have surprises at the end of the road. You know, if it doesn't work because, well, you thought it would work different, well then now at the beginning they can see that it won't work that way. But there was actually one thing that surprised us the most, because we have great possibilities at this company. It is a great company, you know, definitely. And one of the things that surprised us is the fact that there is no marketing team. And that's actually kind of something that perhaps they could improve. Why? Because we have a lot of possibilities at this company. They can create everything, they can create it on demand, whatever you like. But we don't really think that people actually know that you guys are there. Because the only way that clients can get to know CMF is by talking to other clients, talking to clients that already, satisfied. As you can see here, they have a lot of clients that are satisfied. But I think, well, our opinion would be that perhaps with even a small marketing team, there will be a greater client list, a greater reach of clients and more different products to create. Why? Because then people know that you're there. And that's something, perhaps one of the things that you could improve on small or actually on short term. It's pretty easy, I think, to create a small marketing team and already get it started really quick. So that's actually our evaluation and feedback. And last but not least, of course, we want to thank you all for... Is it working?
Nee.
Or once more? Alright, no problem, no problem. We want to thank you all for coming here. We really hope that you enjoyed us and enjoyed the presentation. And we want to thank Adam for your honesty and for your hard work at us and investing all your time in us. And well, then the last question for us is, are there still any questions remaining? No questions? Zero? Well, then we will say thank you.
I would like to ask you, suggested the company some way of promotion.
Yeah, definitely. Because, well, actually, there are a lot of students from Kozic here in Rosnava who are trying to get involved in marketing. And perhaps it's even something to follow an extra internship, because right now you're following an internship for us for the international business. So perhaps you could open something small, like a small internship for the marketing, so they could really just try to figure out what the best way for you guys is to upgrade your marketing without, of course, not really a lot of cost because they're interns. But then you can really get a good view of the marketing available for your company. Because I'm not really that good at marketing, but I think that a small marketing team could help it. Thank you for your question. So that was it, I think. All right, thank you very much.
First of all, I want to say thanks for coming. For the last weeks, we represented Pondru Company. It's a company that manufactures freezers, cooling doors, and refrigerators. First of all, I want to say thanks for having us. We learned a lot at the company, and I would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Leo.
My name is Aniek.
And today, we're going to discuss our internship at Pondru.
Today we will talk something about the task we did from Pandora, basic strengths and weakness, success story behind Pandora, our export choices, entry strategy, market research, and finally our analysis. On the first day we arrived, we got the task to do research for some suitable business magazines and websites to advertise. And exhibitions in Central and Eastern Europe from like 16 suitable websites and magazines. Two were familiar for them, so they want to cooperate with them. And we found 9 exhibitions that will take place later this year in November and December or early 2018. So Pandora has some time to get in contact with the organization of the exhibitions and try to prepare the showpieces.
Our second task was to do research on prospects located in Israel, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. We had to find everything about supermarkets and suppliers, and we had to write down everything we could find of them, so the name, the email address, with a phone number, and if you could find a contact number or a contact person, we had to write that down as well. These are 2 little screenshots. I thought it would be bigger, but
yeah,
it's bigger. It's not. Now we will discuss the intern basics. I will discuss the mission and the vision. Pondru stands for development, marketing systems, and production systems for cooling systems that are provided with the thought of being in the future. So the energy use would be better for the companies that will use our products. For example, Pondru places LED lights in their products so that the supermarkets that will use the products can use money on their energy use. And the vision, Pandora is not only about refrigerators, but they also work in the car industry. And for the car industry, they make covers, lack of covers, and they all They also use plants by means of rotor systems made of high quality, and one of those variants from the rotor system are also used in the refrigerator.
The strategy that Pandora uses to complete her mission and vision is the way they design and produce their products, their freezers, refrigeration, and the cooling doors. The designs of the products are modern, and the final products are so produced that they will environmentally friendly when they are used. So they will use less energy to keep the products cool in the freezers. And the targets, the result of all those elements, the design, the development, the technology, the production, and the marketing as well, was together to create the refrigeration that ensures the less use of energy by the supermarket. So eventually the supermarkets will save some money on their energy consumption.
Now we'll discuss the strengths and weaknesses. First off, I will talk about the capability, and the control. To keep a company running smoothly, it needs to receive orders, and these people need to receive orders, otherwise they don't have any income. So normally the company produces around 900 doors a week, but sometimes the orders will increase, it will decline, or it will remain humble. So when it will increase, the production number, it can never grow like 2 times itself, so the production number in 1 week will be around 2,000. The reason why Ponder is doing this, and the reason why they can do it, is because they have experts in their company that are trained and have schooled in the job that they're doing right now. The strengths in Ponder are in the people that work for the company, the organization itself, and the technology.
Pandora Slovakia is a growing company. In 2012, the company has only 25 employees, and right now, 5 years later, the company has over 110 employees. So by seeing the increase of employees, the business is going well, and even the demand for the refrigeration, the freezers, and the solo cooling doors are growing. So there are supermarket retailers that want a first-class look in their store by the refrigerations and even save some money on the energy consumption.
The weaknesses of Ponder, they have 2 weaknesses. One is the export market that they want to connect with. It's located in the Middle East, and there's a slight difference between Europe and the Middle East. So they don't know much about the culture right there. They don't know if they have to pay some import rights to get the products in the Middle East. And also, they can work with the importer, but it will be tougher because they can't get in touch with the supermarket itself. And that is one of the main goals that Pandora has, so that will be a weakness. And the last weakness they will have is the knowledge. Because the communication could happen that the supermarkets in Kuwait, for example, don't speak English, and then the communication will start over.
And language barrier will So, the focus on Pandora lies on the development and the innovation in the refrigerations and the cooling doors. So they focus on the outside of the products, the equipment that is used, the glass doors for the finishing touch, and the installation of the final products. And the final products are produced that they will use less energy to keep the products cool, and will save some money on the energy bill. The market position of Perdor is stable, and it's outstanding of his competitors. It's because of the latest technology that we use for the refrigeration, and then beside of that, they run a step outside of the competitors. When we did our competition analysis for our second task, a lot of competitors in the chosen countries, Israel, Kuwait, the whole list, they sell or produce open refrigerators. Like 90% of them sell only 90% open refrigerators. So there's a lot of opportunity for Perdor to export and do business. And for the second task, we came with over 120 supermarkets they can approach, and like 95 of them are using open refrigeration. So if they can reach all 95% of the supermarkets, they can have some good business. The experts we made, now Perdor gave us those countries. We did some research for Israel, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. You can see here an example from one of the sheets we made. It's not clear, but the names, the contact information, the websites, and even the persons we get contacted with. And last week on Tuesday and Friday we got a phone. We did some cold calling to those supermarkets we did research for. Not every company did understand us because of the language barrier, but like 25% of the calls we did speak with the right manager or the right person who did the marketing. So on those contacts, names, telephone numbers, email addresses, we write them down, and Perdor got the opportunity to work with it or go further with the research.
Our entry strategy, we will discuss agent, direct business, importer, and self-operation or home office. One of the ways Perdor could operate their export is through an agent. The agent would be like a contact person from Perdor itself, so it will represent Perdor the whole time. And that agent will have to do the meetings with supermarkets placed in one of the 5 countries we just discussed. Using an agent would be an easier way because the agent is specialized in this. That's schooling and did some training in this job specifically. And it's also a cheaper way of marketing. The agent only has to make a call to the company and get the right contact person, and from there you can negotiate further.
Well, the cheapest option that there is direct business. You call to a company, you offer them a special offer or 20 freezers they want, and you have in like 5 minutes to get the retail manager or your owner to convince you and close the deal in 5 minutes. It's one of the cheapest, it works, and it works in most of the cases, and it's simple.
One thing I would like to add to that, the difference between the agent and direct business is an agent you have to hire that from another company, and from direct business it's someone from the company you already know. You can also work through an importer. This is a person that buys products from foreign countries to sell it to national businesses. Working with an importer could be a disadvantage because you won't get in touch with supermarkets yourself, so you only work with the importer and you don't see anything with the supermarkets. And one of the main goals Perdor is carrying, they want to get in contact with the supermarkets on their own. What is an advantage of using an importer is that you don't have to do as much by yourself, and the communication will be easy because the importer is very international.
So, starting a self-operation or even build and sixth vendor office in one of those countries is something to think about for the long-term period. An office nearby your customers is easier for when there's a door is broken or something else is wrong with the electricity. It can be fixed the same day, and if they are starting exporting now, they don't have an office, and if there is something happening, it will take some time to prepare it and to fix it.
Market research, you can choose between desk and field research. What we did was desk research most of the time. We looked up online for companies that might be available for Pandu to work with. The thing with desk research is that you do it from your office, so you don't go out to look for the supermarkets yourself. And internet is a place that almost everyone has access to, so you use secondary files. This means that if you go on a website, it might be made by another company, so you don't know if the information is 100% legit, and that's the difference with desk research. If you use field research, you really need to go to like the other country. You need to go to Kuwait, for example, to look for the supermarket yourself. In the case of Pandu, desk research might be a better fit, because field research you have to pay for the accommodation, your flight, and the stay. It's more expensive, and the company is still growing, so I don't know if they can permit the whole trip.
When we did desk research, we did find some information about the competition in those countries. There are like 35, 40 larger competitors, and all the information we did find of the competitors, we write it down in the same Excel sheet you did see before, and with this list, vendor can select which competitor is a real big trade for them. Some of them just sell refrigeration for grocery or larger freezers, but reading Arabic is not my special thing, and translating some websites was hard. Opportunities are with the supermarkets, the hypermarkets, and the discount stores we find. As I said earlier, like 95% of the list we made do not use cooling doors, so it's a great opportunity that vendor can use to tell those supermarkets what the benefits are of their cooling doors and what they will save on energy or even on money. And amount searching it were two different competitors. They do offer cooling doors, but standard sizes, and vendor can make it on customized sizes. So that would not be that much threat. And threat will be not only an office or a factory in one of those countries. So getting in contact with the supermarkets, it will take some time and effort, and convincing the retailers with a company they not know from Europe. When you start exporting, you need a budget. In this case, because of the countries vendor choose Israel, Kuwait, Qatar, there have to be some flights made before the first customer placing order. So the budget needs to cover all the costs that are made, flights, hotels, staying there, the staff needs to be paid, local advertisement maybe, or an exhibition. So we think with a budget of around 10,000 euros, in 2 years there will be 5 customers in those countries. We We made small SWOT analysis, just a summary of what we told earlier. The strength of Pandora lies by the technology, the latest technology they use in their products, the peoples and employees. The people and the employees are specialized in the work they do, and they got the experience. The weakness is the few knowledge they have in the export. Opportunities are the new markets with the new customers, the supermarkets, and the organization in planning and do the research for those new export markets, and preparing some time for the exhibitions as well. And yeah, and threat can be the threats are non-brand awareness. Most supermarkets don't know that Pandora exists or what they sell, and there is no office from Pandora in those countries.
I would like to say thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. We would like to thank the Business Academy for giving us the chance to be here and work with this great company. I would like to thank Mr. Potter. You're going to make photo, right? No, but for real, we want to thank you. At least I was glad that I could be here for 3 weeks. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this.
Okay, so hello, my name is Cory and this is my presentation about the company I was working for 6 weeks, Clay. I'm going to talk about the following things. Some basic information. It's called Clay Under Anywhere. The owner is watching and it's located in the Netherlands in Almere. They are selling luxury men's underwear, which is designed by the owner in the Netherlands and produced in Bulgaria. The material is made out of 96% tencel and 4% elastan. Tencel is a fiber that is made out of eucalyptus trees. It is extremely eco-friendly due to the closed-loop system and is moisture absorbent and antibacterial. This is the product range. They sell boxers, trunks, t-shirts, and also a top which is made for women. The SWOT analysis. The strengths of the company are the high quality product, the unique design, and the tencel fabric. The weakness is that it's a new brand and it lacks brand awareness. Also, they have strong competitors and they have to break the loyalty of customers towards those brands. Also, they can have unforeseen happenings in production. But they also have a lot of opportunities, such as expansion all over the world, innovation in products, and limited edition designs. The management system is very simple. The decision making centralizes in the owner, and they have a few employees who they have Skype meetings with. I was working with the trainees, but I know that their traineeship is already ended, so I don't know who's working there now. The supply chain flow, they have a very complex one because all the accessories are produced in different parts of the world and they are sent to the manufacturer in Bulgaria, from where it's sent to the Netherlands where it's packaged and sent out. They concentrate mainly on online sales, but they also do retail store sales. They use the black box logistics company to do these things. The target audience is mainly men, but also women who like to buy some gifts for their loved ones. And the competitors are strong, like brand names like Hugo Boss, Calvin Klein. Their competitive advantage is the tencel fabric, also the CSR. The CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility. Clay is a startup, but it also thinks about helping others with working non-state foundation by buying a TIMI shawl, which stands for This Is My Independence. You can support women in Nepal who lost their husbands. Now Hairkeep. Hairkeep is a project the owner of Clay started while I was working there. I was writing the business plan for this company, but it's a secret project, so I couldn't put much information about it into the presentation. It will launch this year, and it's for everyone with hair and fur. That's all I can say about it. I had to figure out the distribution channel for it, so I was looking for logistic companies. At the end, we decided with dropshipping. That's the most efficient way. And also the SWOT analysis. The strengths are that it's a pioneer product. It's a new invention. No one talked about it before. It's very low price and easy to use, and it's suitable for all hairbrushes. The weakness is also that it's a new product, so it lacks customer awareness. And the threats are copycats, mainly in China, and also the production errors, which can happen to everyone. But it has a lot of opportunities in expansion. Also, it can launch different product lines, and it has a strong marketing. And this is all.
Everyone, or actually everyone who's had the patience to stay here till now. My name is Patrick.
And my name is Daniel.
And I'd like to introduce you to Viper, which is a company where we spent 6 weeks last fall for our internship. So the full business name of Viper is Viper, pardon my Dutch, Handelsmaatschappij, BV. The legal form BV is the equivalent to a British private limited company. It's located in Almere, the Netherlands, and it has quote-unquote 0 employees, as we've been told, because they're all equals. But there were 4 people in the office, so we had to say there are 4 employees.
So the brief history of the company, it was founded in 1998, and it was founded by 2 friends, Peter and Vincent. It all started as a breakfast company, so they were delivering breakfasts to households which had no time to cook in the morning. And then they started to sell as many gadgets and as many decorative and modern stuff as they could have, and then they sold actually the breakfast company, and now they are just selling gadgets and trends on the internet. So the main subject of business is, of course, e-commerce and hosting on the internet, storage and distribution services of the goods, and also they are wholesalers of various gadgets and wines, mainly Hungarian and Spanish. Here are some subsidiaries and sister companies of Viper. One of the most popular websites is Gadgets and Trends, where you can find almost everything you need for your kitchen, also some small gadgets which are not very helpful, but people buy them because they are modern and stylish. Then also, for example, the Weenie, which is a website for buying some foreign wines, for example, from Hungary or Spain. Then, for example, Mr. and Mrs. Fragrance, which is for there are some fragrances and some smelly stuff for your household. And there are also about 30 more companies which are all shown in on the website, but yeah, it's complicated a bit.
This is the office where we worked in. On the 2 chairs here, that's where me and Daniel sat. And these 2 chairs in the front are where our bosses, Vincent and Peter, sat. This is the company's organizational structure. Vincent and Peter are co-owners. Mano is officially the sales manager, but he also does delivering. And then there was Nick Mensing, who was an intern, and I'm not sure if he's still working there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
So these are the core activities of the company. Their core activities are sales and upkeep of their storage and their office. Also the distribution of their products. They do not pay for another company to deliver their stuff. their goods, they deliver them themselves. Also, they're doing their paperwork for themselves. They are not paying for that. And also, they have their own warehouses where they store their goods. The only outsourced activities we found are the distribution of blue wines, which are actually delivered from Spain. And they are pretty strange because, yeah, we know white, red and rosé wines, and this is a new kind, the blue wine. And it's not so popular right now, but in the Netherlands it actually is, not in Slovakia.
Here are the key suppliers and the key customers of the company. The most important suppliers are Hungarian wineries, for example Krajinka, Kristinus or Saint Andrea. Then there's also Spanish wineries such as Santa Margarita, Bodega Vinos Alex, and also wineries from all over the world such as Chile and Italy. Then there's London Furniture, who sells mostly LED decorations, you'll see them later. And Simple Human and WD Lifestyle, who sell designer kitchen furniture, a bit too expensive for what it is. And Miranda Beams Wine Report, who's also a customer. Talk later about them.
So the key customers of the company are members of HoReCa. You will probably know what HoReCa means or stands for. It means hotels and cafeterias, restaurants, and stuff like that. It's pretty long and I don't remember the whole name. And also restaurants near and in Almere, for example, Chess Alexander, or in Amsterdam, Beelings. And also individuals, just random people who order stuff from the internet.
This is the cost structure and the revenue streams of the company. The main costs of the company are, of course, rent and utilities, such as power and water, taxes, paying for goods they order to sell, and domain registration fees for the plethora of websites. And revenue streams are only the sales of the products. On this picture here, you can see two of the LED products, the LED strip under the stairs and the blue purple ball on top of the stairs.
So here are the examples of some goods they were selling. For example, this is the play seat. It's just a seat with where you connect your PlayStation and you can like really feel like you're sitting in a car when you're playing a game. And this one here, it's a plastic sink where you can wash your hands, but it's pretty modern and innovative because it glows. So it's designer stuff.
Here's a small collection of some of their wines from all over the world. Here you can see Hungarian wines, for example, here too. And on the other picture is the smaller storage room with the designer furniture. On the left are fireworks, which they also sell, usually only around New Year's Eve.
And on this picture you can see the Mr. and Mrs. fragrance, which I was talking about on the beginning of the presentation.
Viper has very little competition when it comes to wines. In Almere there's only one major competitor. In the whole of Netherlands there's about 50. But they have little competition with Hungarian wines and basically no competition with the illuminated decorations. That's what they told us. But they have a lot of competition when it comes to the gadgets. The biggest competitor is Coolblue.
So this is the SWOT analysis. We found the strength of the company, that they have actually no competitors with the designer stuff and the illuminating decorations and stuff like that. And we personally thought that they have a good geographical location because Almere is kind of in the middle of not like the Netherlands but like of the whole Benelux, so they actually distribute to these countries also. So it's a good geographical location.
The biggest weaknesses are the fact that they have little advertisement. They basically only advertise on their own websites and have few potential customers because not many people are interested in the design of things or the LED lights.
So the opportunities of the company, it's very good that they are designer-made, their products, because it's pretty hard to find designer products if you're really into fashion and modern stuff. And they are also pretty unique with their products, because you can't really find any other similar products which they are selling. And yeah, they are modern. It's very innovative and new.
And the biggest threat is the fact that, except for Hungarian wines, they have a lot of competition in the whole of Netherlands, and even more competition with the gadgets.
So the marketing, they mainly use online advertisement. So, for example, on Facebook. Then the most important for them in marketing is friend-to-friend, which means just normal people advertise themselves or advertise their company, so they tell to other friend that, okay, let's check this website and you should buy this one because it's pretty good and I like it. And here are examples of their web pages. This is Vini, the wine web page, which we were actually we were adding new products here, so we kind of learned a bit Dutch. And this is the gadgets and trends, where we also had to put some new products on the website.
During our internship, we took part in a wine tasting session. It took place on the 17th of October. It took place in Café Restaurant Algieres. It was organized by Miranda Beam's Wine Import. There were mostly Hungarian wines there, but also some Romanian, such as Liniac, and Austrian wines and German wines. Here are some pictures from the wine tasting session. I don't actually remember what I'm supposed to say about them, but they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so make up your own information. And here's a graph showing all the different kinds of wines. In a second.
So here you can see that we really have lots of types of wines. So
have you tested all of them?
We tried all of them.
This graph is available online if you're interested. During our internship, we've also done warehouse organizing. We've collected their inventory. We've reorganized their entire warehouse. We've reorganized the boxes according to brand, type of wine, vintage, and we've also hand prepared the orders and packed them.
And this is one of the most interesting part of our internship. So if you're going, mostly you over there guys, if you're going to the Netherlands, make sure you go to Viper, because you get to see the whole Netherlands. We were delivering goods with them, mostly in and around Almere, but also in, for example, Belgium. In Almere, we've had to see, for example, the restaurant of Ches Alexander, then this one which I'm not gonna pronounce because you're gonna laugh. This one, this shop over here. Then also some spa in Almere. We've also been to Amsterdam, in here. And then other cities like Delft, Utrecht, Heldrop, Apeldoorn, and also, as I said earlier, in Belgium, nearby Brussels and Antwerp. So that's it.